welcome the Chancellor's team of scholars, academicians, and friends. Most welcome to the dais. This is the 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. Most welcome our council members, the council chair, wonderful, the governor of the Kericho County here with us, the Chancellor's team, with the other vice chancellors and deputy vice chancellors of other universities. Most welcome. Most welcome. This is our day, the 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. Most welcome our friends of goodwill, our academic partners. Most welcome. We shall now have the national anthem. We shall all rise and ready for the national anthem. Thank you very much in that respect for the national anthem and the East African Community Anthem. I now take this opportunity before I invite our chief MC. Remember, we are live from NTV. Invite Pastor Chaplain Abong, Samson Abong, to give us a word of prayer. And thereafter, I invite our chief MC, Professor Elijah Omwenga, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs. Karibu, Chaplain.
Let us believe and pray as we thank God for his faithfulness. Gracious and everlasting Father, Lord God Almighty, we want to exalt you this morning. We thank you for enabling us to see this 24th day of this month of November. We have all the reasons to thank you as an institution. We want to thank you, Jehovah God, for bringing to us visitors from far and wide. We thank you for the journey mercies that you provided unto them. This morning, oh God, as we assemble here to celebrate the success of the graduates today, we want to thank you. We thank you. We thank you. And so, Lord, we want to ask your blessings that even as we get into the program of the day, bless us together. Every participant, Jehovah God, let your will and wisdom be upon each and every one of us, and more so those who are going to participate in this program in one way or the other. And so begin with us and end with us, for this is our humble prayer in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. I'm now going to hand over the program to the Chief MC, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Elijah Omwenga. Most welcome, sir.
The Chancellor, sir, the Governor of Kericho County, the Council members, Chancellor of the University of Kabianga, the Vice Chancellors of sister universities and their deputies, the invited guests, the graduates, Senate members, faculty, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'd like to welcome all of us to this 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. It's a great occasion for us and look forward to great moments as we go through the program. Chancellor Sir, at this moment, we like to get some entertainment from various groups which have been practicing for this occasion. And we are going to have 2 or 3 songs from the University of Kabianga Choir. Thereafter, we shall have a chorus, a choral verse from the drummer band of the university. I'd like to ask the choir to get ready and give us the 2 numbers. Thank you. With us, we also have the NTV media covering us live. Want to thank you for that. Sign language interpreter is Mr. Stephen Ngetich, principal of Kedowa Special School for the Deaf. Thank you so much for that great service. The choir, you have your time, please.
Our Chancellor, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before his school choir, ready to present to you a song entitled Pinga, Pinga Ukabila Kenya Yetu. Karibuni.
Wakenya wote tusimame imara, tuilinde Kenya, nchi iliyo bora. Usalama wetu ni jambo muhimu, tusijelegeza hata kidogo. Yatupasa tuwajibike.
Kweli we pinga, pinga we pinga ndugu,
Pinga huyu pepo mchafu.
oh kweli we
Pinga,
pinga we pinga,
pinga huyu pepo mchafu.
tunakosea Mungu Baba, tunakosea binadamu pia, tukieneza ukabila pasi na kutii undugu. Kwa nini tukubali kutumiwa kuendeleza maovu? Kwa nini kutia wenzetu hatari? Kweli we ewe ndugu,
Pinga huyu pepo mchafu.
wo pinga we pinga we pinga,
Pinga huyu pepo mchafu. Ukabila tulinde Kenya. Matendo ya kikabila hatari kwa wana Kenya, yaleta maafa.
uchumi wetu, usalama wetu, tusizorote mikononi mwetu wa Kenya. Ewe ndugu, oh, pinga we, pinga we, pinga, pinga.
Huyu pepo mchafu ukabila, tulinde Kenya.
Mara nyingi hatuoni baraka zetu, hatutambui maisha ya wenzetu. Sote tuache haya matendo ya kinyama, tuwapende wenzetu kama tunavyojipenda. Pinga we, pinga we, pinga we, pinga we, pinga, pinga.
Huyu pepo mchafu ukabila, tulinde Kenya.
Thank you for that number. Can we applause for that choir, please? They'll give their second item.
Nimepanda, nimeshuka, milima, mabonde na mito nimevuka, nimeoza, nimesota, nimekosa mpaka nimekopa, nimeamini binadamu, ole wangu roho wakanivunja, niliambiwa nikakana, mimi mwenyewe nimekuja ona, tunachodhamini hakitufanyi tufurahi. Najiuliza furaha yangu ni nani? Tunachodhamini hakitufanyi tufurahi. Najiuliza furaha yangu ni nani? Afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu. Bindiri, 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 bindiri. Nimepanda, nimeshuka. Mpaka nimekopa, nimeamini binadamu, ole wangu roho wakanivunja, niliambiwa nikakana, mimi mwenyewe nimekuja ona, tunachodhamini hakitufanyi tufurahi. Najiuliza furaha yangu ni nani? Tunachodhamini hakitufanyi tufurahi. Najiuliza furaha yangu ni nani? Afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu, afadhali Yesu. Diniri, 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 saka mbali sana, nikipata bado nataka more. Nimesaka pesa sana, nikipata bado nataka more. Makosa yangu na dhambi zangu, matendo yangu yale ninajuta. Umechukua, umeondoa, umesema utayakumbuka. Makosa yangu na dhambi zangu, matendo yangu yale ninajuta. Umechukua, umeondoa, umesema utayakumbuka. Nimesaka mbali sana, nikipata bado nataka more. Nimesaka pesa sana, nikipata bado nataka more. Makosa yangu na dhambi zangu, matendo yangu yale ninajuta. Umechukua, umeondoa, umesema utakumbuka. Makosa yangu na dhambi zangu, matendo yangu yale ninajuta. Umechukua, umeondoa, umesema utakumbuka. Afadhali Yesu, afadhali afadhali Yesu, afadhali
Thank you. A clap for this great choir. Chancellor Sir, we're now going to listen to a choral verse presented to us by the Drama Club of the University of Kabianga. The title of the choral verse is Wale Buluma. Welcome.
The Chancellor, sir, the Chair of Council, the University of Kabianga, the Vice Chancellor, and all protocols observed. Before you is the University of Kabianga Drama, ready to present a choral verse by the title Wala Belua, directed by Dr. Captain Gay Solomon. Enjoy.
Walau angalia, ingelikuwa belua. Tumefungua pazia, kuwapa wala belua. Twende kazi. Tuma bandani vitogo, shuleni tapapiwa ba. Sila basi kesha tubo, vichwa vyetu vitapumba.
Mihadarati mashaka, utu usambaratisha. Hapa petu patashika, tumekita kwa vishasha.
Kurauka ni majogo, mwendo kilomita kadhaa. Zimenyota zetu ko, toti, ndizo za tufaa.
Baro kuwashika, ufidhuli kukomesha. Bunduki zetu meshika, moto zetu kuiwasha.
Pamoja tu madhubuti, tayapakata madawa. Tayabadili maiti, bongo zetu kupagawa. Hatutaki hati, tupata kacho ni pawa. Si miamba tu boriti, tuekeketa shakawa.
Mkinzani janguruwe, pukutika simsewe. Chakura jamwewe, sitalemewa na wewe. Keketa lako kiwewe, chavurumai za mawe. Zumbuku kushikandewe, la sivyo ubongolewe.
Tutomia za mitaa, kupunguza zetu bao. Mishawasha mezagaa, pukutika siofaja. Mariwana ya tufaa, mtinditone la changa. Situme kwa moa, zetu bao.
Muhula uliopita, hisabati lipata.
D.
Muhula uliopita, Kiswahili lipata.
D.
Muhula uliopita, kemia lipata.
D.
Muhula uliopita, Kizungu lipata.
D.
D baada ya D. Vileo na mambokedi, lisilobudi bebidi. Rehabu tawafaidi, na ni ajabu akidi, na umma kutubaidi. Rehabu kuna baridi, jasahau abjadi.
Kura reciprocally ya nyonya. hisabati masumbuko, kemia inanyong'onya, titresheni papatiko, Kiswahili vya changanya, vitenzi vinyambuliko, Kizungu kinaming'inya, wazungu kwetu hawako.
Aya. Ujeuri kakwenda pi, muzijidai kwa bezo. Katu madawa CPP, yamewasoza mawazo. Kilie vyacho si kapi, mihadarati chukizo. Musasa watapitapi, rehabu tapata funzo.
Sasa kama mititigo, maumivu kwenye mwili, vidonda kwenye figo, mesagwa na kemikali, uvibetele kwa nyago, zaponza kwa kila hali. Awali kizua zogo, tulijiona vilili.
Fungua magogo.
Asante.
Nani sheria muiti?
Asanta.
Muwe wa mbele vijogo.
Shukran.
Kuibadilisha jamii. Mihadarati pondogo.
Ewala.
Darasani tia bidii.
Hallelujah.
Kila basi kiwabo.
Amen.
Jikazeni tia bidii.
Sawa.
Sisi sote tabidi, angamiza ukaidi. Sisi sote tabidi, walanguzi kujalidi. Sisi sote tabidi, kukaba madukundi. Sisi sote itabidi, kukaba haya madadi. Waseme, wasiseme, tajikaza, kuwajuza, tajikaza, kueleza, twatangaza, yalogiza, twapeleka, kwa gereza, twatangaza, tumemaliza. Tulia. Ni kichapo kingine cha wanagenzi, wazalendo, wakabianga. Tukisema funga pazia.
Thank you so much. That is not only entertaining, but quite a lesson for all of us. May I now ask the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance, Professor Eric Koech, to come forward and read the relevant citation.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, pursuant to the provisions of the Statute 25 of the university, for the purpose of conferring degrees of the university, there shall be held from time to time a meeting of the university which shall be called a congregation. If Senate so decides, other academic distinctions may be conferred and diplomas and certificates awarded at the congregation. Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I now invite the Vice Chancellor, Professor Wilson Kimngeno, to declare this meeting a congregation of the University of Kabianga.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, by virtue of the authority conferred on me by Section 5 of Statute 25 of the university, I declare this assembly the 5th congregation of the University of Kabianga.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I now invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Elisha Omwenga, to present the best overall students in the 2016-2017 academic year.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-17 academic year, the following two graduates were recognized by the University of Kabianga Senate as the best overall female and male students in academics, leadership, and character. For this purpose, may I have the honor to invite the two students to come forward and briefly address the gathering and give their valedictory speeches. And the two students, I will read them in the order of performance, and the percentage they scored are 1, Ndivo Muthuva. Can you applaud for that student, please? As he comes forward, Chancellor Sir Ndivo Muthuva not only scored 74.19% overall in terms of performance in the area of academic programs, but he was also an active member in extracurricular activities, and particularly as a member of the Catholic Students Association choir, where he excelled very well. He was also a cheerleader in various sports activities. Welcome, Mr. Muthuva, and address the congregation.
Chancellor Sir, Professor Richard Musangi, Chairman of the Council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, the members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellors, Professor Wilson Kipngeno, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors, and principals of colleges present, the Governor of Kericho County, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Energy, the Senator Kericho County, members of Parliament, all senior government officials, members of the University Management Board, university staff and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am Diva Madhuva, graduating with a Bachelor's of Education Science. I am glad for the award of the best student overall in this academic year. Thank you. So it has been a long journey of 4 years, but finally here we are. We worked hard and tirelessly round the clock to get to this point, but we could not make it by ourselves. So we are indebted to the following. I thank our lecturers for being there for us. They worked hard to make sure that we learned in the right time, and they really managed to help us go through the 4 years of the academics. Then I also thank our parents for always providing for us the basic needs that we usually need, for them being able to pay our school fees in time. I also thank our sports and club coaches. I appreciate them because they usually made the school to be more than an academic work. They were there for us, and because actually in sports, they usually work as a team. So they enabled us to be able to make sure that we work as a team outside the fields of education. To our University Council, Chancellor, Management, and Senate, thank you for ensuring that smooth running of the activities of the university. Then to the graduating class, we stand here today on the precipice of the future. It is not a distant reality anymore. It begins today. As a Russian ballet American who said that, and I quote, "Do not make your goal to be the best. Best is just a label. It is something that someone decides for you. Better is more personal." I say that I have a reset button called presence, and I ride that button constantly. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. But we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect. So we never dare to ask the universe for it. Find someone to help you in life. Respect everyone regardless of their position. Know that life is not fair and strive to live the next generation and the world far better than the one we have found today. We may not have the power to inspire the entire world, but we should be in a position to make sure that the next generation is better than the generation that we have today. So as you can see behind each graduate, there must be a dozen people that are helping the graduates to make sure that this journey comes to an end successively. So it is upon the graduates now to make sure that they complete the next journey for that, so that the generations that follow may be paid the debt of gratitude. Make thanks and best wishes. God bless you. God bless University of Kabianga. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Mr. Ndivo. Remember, this is only the beginning. The academic journey has just begun. You have a long way ahead of you as you continue to excel. Congratulations. Chancellor Sir, the next best student in the female category is Kimtai Sheila Jabate. Can we clap for Sheila? Congratulations. Chancellor Sir, Kimtai scored 74.01% as an average in her academic performance. And she was also a member of the Environmental Health Club from first year to her third year. Kimtai was a treasurer in the same club in the second year of her study. As she comes forward, let me also mention that she was an astute Christian and a member of the Christian Union Club, where she continued in that membership from first year all the way until now, as she graduates. Kimtai was the Vice Secretary of the Christian Union in first year, quite an achievement at that level. She was also a choir coordinator as she entered into her second year, and she became the Vice Chair in her third year. So you can see, Chancellor Sir, that this is an all-round student, not only excelling in academics, but also in extracurricular activities. Welcome, Kimtai, and give your valedictory speech.
Chancellor, Professor Richard Musangi, Chairman of Council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Wilson Kimngeno, Vice Chancellors, Deputy Vice Chancellors, and Principals of colleges present, the Governor, Kericho County, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Energy, the Senator, Kericho County, the members of Parliament present, all senior government officials, members of the University Management Board, members of county assemblies present, university staff and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As I stand before you, I'm greatly humbled and thankful to God for His grace, faithfulness, and favor He has bestowed upon me throughout my 4-year journey that began on 2nd September 2013. I'm greatly indebted to University of Kabianga Management for the opportunity that was given to me to study here. Indeed, it has been my home for 4 years, and as I graduate today, I'm going out well equipped and ready to serve humanity. This institution not only gave me an opportunity to grow academically, but also in other aspects of life, including spiritual and socially. Academically, our lecturers, first of knowledge and experience, exposed us to various fields, activities, thus making us competent. The journey, however, was not that smooth. Being diabetic, I had to sometimes forgo my lectures in order to go for my regular checkups. Acquisition of my drugs was a challenge too, but through the help of my parents, siblings, schoolmates, and even doctors, I was able to acquire them without traveling, thus minimizing time wastage, which I in turn invested in my academics. My lecturers helped me in ensuring that I covered what I lost in class while going for my checkup, and I'm grateful to them for this support. To my fellow graduates, congratulations for making this far. We've all accomplished one of the major early milestones of our lives, one of which should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but also one of pride. But graduation is not an end in itself. It is instead a part of the larger journey of life. Our graduation should serve as a launching point to greater heights. We've already shown our commitment to personal growth through making it to this ceremony today. To continuing students, remember that hard work pays. Have determination and a purpose-driven life in order to achieve your set goals. Never forget the fear of the Lord, for his fear is the beginning of wisdom, as per Proverbs 1 verse 7. Let's be proud of our university since it has provided an enabling environment for learning. Let us support it as an alumni for innovation and betterment of humanity. Lastly, allow me to end with my favorite quote by Eric Roth from his screenplay, For the Curious Case of Benjamin Button. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early to be wherever you want to be. There is no time limit to stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to these things. We can make the best or worst of it. And I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. And I hope you meet people with different points of view. I hope you have the courage to start it all over again. And by Dr. Wayne there that states, true nobility is not about being better than anyone else. It is about being better than you used to be. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Kim Tai. Remember, the journey has begun. You've distinguished yourself as the best overall among your peers. You're joining the world out there where the competition is even greater. Congratulations. Chancellor Sir, it's my duty now to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Wilson Kipngeno, to address the congregation. Welcome, Professor.
Mr. Chancellor, Sir, Professor Richard Musangi, the representative of the Cabinet Secretary, Chairman of Council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, members of University of Kabianga Council, Chairman of Council, Southeastern University. I would like to recognize the Chairman of Council of Southeastern University, Machakos, Dr. Richard Chirchir, Vice Chancellors, principals of colleges of other universities present. And at this point, I'd like to recognize the Vice Chancellor of Chuka University, Professor Njoga, who has come all the way to be with us this morning. Thank you very much, Prof. Our governor of this great county of Kericho, Honorable Professor Chepkwony, members of parliament present, though I haven't seen any, members of management board, these include the deputy vice chancellors of this university, members of county assembly present, students, staff and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. I would like also to recognize one person who is very key to this function, an officer from the Nursing Council of Kenya, will be performing a function with us here. Pamela Ocheng is here with us. Most welcome. Registrar Masai Mara, representing the Vice Chancellor, is also in our midst somewhere. Thank you very much for coming all the way from that great county So, Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me, before I make my speech, to invite a very important person to come and just share this, my time with me, because as I run this university, I'm assisted by the university body. And we have the Student Governing Council, headed by the chairman, and we would like to recognize that critical component in our management and request the chairman of Student Governing Council, we call him Carlos, to come and just, I'll give him only 2 minutes. But before he makes his remarks, I would like to recognize Professor Simon Kangete, again, who will be performing a very important function, representing the Clinical Council of Kenya. He will be having a function with us here. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the Vice Chancellor, representative of the Cabinet Secretary in charge of education, chairperson of the council, members of the council, the deputy vice chancellors of University of Kabianga, vice chancellors of different universities who are here with us today, the graduation class of 2017, students and staff, good morning. My name is Carlos Mumba. I'm the chairperson of the Student Governing Council, and I'm indebted this morning to share this joyful moment with you. Indeed, God is great, and this was a journey which we began a long time ago. However, with God's grace, mercy, and favor, we are seated here today to celebrate your graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say that as you sit here to graduate, it signifies a lot in the university activities. All of us understand that the university's core mandate is to teach, to do research, and conduct extension. So by you graduating today here, it actually shows the growth of the university since it's got a charter in 2013. And therefore, I cannot fail to congratulate you. May God bless you and lead you wherever you are. Vice Chancellor, sir, allow me to mention some few things. I want us to thank the council for the various developments in terms of infrastructure that we have seen around here. Indeed, that has been very great, and it gives us hope for a great future together. In the same regard, allow me to thank the government, and in specific Jubilee government, hoping I don't sound political, for the construction and completion of the Taplotin Premier Road and installation of traffic lights. This has been very great in ensuring security and actually making accessibility of the university to be very easy. To the graduation class of 2016, as you go out there, remember to carry out with a decorum. We have always been conducting ourselves in a manner that is going to market our university, and I hope that will be the same. May God bless you. May God bless University of Kabianga. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. My counterpart, I call him my counterpart because he's managing the student body, and I manage the other half of the university. Before I make my remark, I'd also like to recognize the members of the Fourth Estate. As you are informed earlier, we are live on NTV, and I believe the crew from NTV is with us here, and the other media houses are here with us. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my great pleasure to welcome you and all those who have come to join us on our 5th graduation ceremony at the University of Kabianga, a center of excellence and innovation and excellence. We appreciate the effort that you have made to be here with us today to celebrate this great occasion. We are indeed honored by your presence amidst this crowd. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I wish to congratulate the 2017 graduating class for their great achievement. The University of Kabianga community joins you in celebrating your achievement and in your happiness today. As you celebrate your graduation, we share your joy and your accomplishment. I also congratulate your parents, your guardians, and other stakeholders who have made significant contribution to your education and acknowledge their support during your entire period of study. Mr. Chancellor, sir, today We are graduating 22 master's students, 1,666 undergraduates, and 199 diploma. These men and women represent the dream of our society and have achieved excellence training in the area of specialization. The knowledge and the skills imparted on these graduates will not only empower them to compete favorably in the job market, but also to play a critical role in creating a better future for themselves, their families, communities around them, Kenya, and the world at large. Ladies and gentlemen, the university continues to focus on its core mandate of teaching, learning, and extension. As a university, we trust that the graduates we release today will not only demonstrate academic excellence, but also expose the virtues of academic freedom, scholarship, innovation, and relentless search for the truth. Such noble attributes will also go a long way in enabling the graduates to engage in lifelong learning and realize tangible lifelong goals. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the university has continued to develop more market-driven academic programs with accreditation by the Commission for University Education and other professional bodies. And the professional bodies are some of those which are introduced will be taking part in this ceremony actively. In the 2016-2017 academic year, 4 PhD programs in education administration, English language, education, Kiswahili, and literature were launched, and more are being developed to meet the increased demand for postgraduate students. The university management is committed to increase the global visibility of the university. To attain this, high-quality service delivery and several projects are being undertaken. In this regard, the university has automated its operation by installing an enterprise resource planning system which has enhanced efficiency in service delivery. Further, the university has recruited highly trained and committed staff who emphasize academic excellence and the nurturing of personal values and ethics. The output of this service is these graduates who are committed to improving the living standards of our communities. The university is committed to providing quality service and timely service to our customers. And this is evidenced in the university maintenance of ISO 9001-2008 certification. To this end, Mr. Chancellor, sir, the university management has trained additional ISO auditors and is on track to transit to the new ISO 9001-2015 to enhance customer expectation, which will meet the customer's need. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate the new team of council members on their appointment in March 2017 and thank the Kenya government for the timely appointment of the council. Since being appointed, they have demonstrated commitment, professionalism to providing strategic direction for the university. Congratulations, new members of council. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to thank the government of Kenya for the financial resources they have provided that has enabled the council to continue to undertake the infrastructural development, which I believe the chairman will outline in her speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank the Chancellor, our Chancellor, Professor Richard Musangi, the University Council, led by Dr. Florence Nyamu, the university staff for their continued support and efforts towards making the University of Kabianga an admirable center of excellence, innovation, and excellence. I would like also to thank the students for maintaining high level of discipline and cohesion that has enabled the activities of the university to run smoothly. Mr. Chancellor, sir, as the chairman of Student Council indicated, we have run the university without any riot over the academic year 2016-2017. And we want to appreciate the teamwork we have built with the student body. Once again, I congratulate the graduates for their remarkable achievement and urge them to join the University of Kabianga alumni as a structured way of making valuable contribution to your alma mater. I wish you prosperous success. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2018, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Sorry, I would like to invite our chairman of council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, to give our address.
Thank you. Chancellor of the University of Kabianga, Professor Richard Musangi, the representative of Cabinet Secretary for Education, the Vice Chancellor, University of Kabianga, Professor Wilson Kipngeno, members of the University Council, other Vice Chancellors present, and I recognize Professor Joka of Chuka University. Thank you for joining us. Principals of colleges present, the Governor, Kericho County, Professor Chepkwony. Today you are part of the academic staff. Thank you for coming. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Energy, he's here. The senators of Kericho, the Senator Kericho County, if present, members of Parliament, all senior government officials, members of the University Management Board, members of county assemblies present, university staff and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I recognize Engineer Koske, former council member. Thank you for coming, Charles. Thank you. On behalf of the University Council and on my own behalf, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. Graduation all over the world is an important and significant occasion because it is the result of hard work and dedication on the part of students, staff, and other stakeholders of a university. As we celebrate this occasion, I take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates for their hard-earned achievement. Indeed, each graduate has been examined by staff and external examiners and found worthy of the award. And as I was reflecting on this, this is the first cohort that was admitted when University of Kabianga had just been made a university. Clap for them. It's wonderful. They are pace setters because they came in to a new university and explored territory, and they've made it after 4 years. Well done. I want to assure you that these graduates have been given the best training and have received necessary skills to face any challenges ahead. They have learned how to learn. They have been exposed to opportunities to solve problems and to think critically about issues so that when there are new circumstances, they can develop new thinking and new actions. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome the new team of council members who are currently steering the university. Appointed in March 2017, these are men and women of moral standing, carefully selected on the basis of individual competencies and experience. We thank our Cabinet Secretary for selecting the following members. Please rise, council members, as I mention your name. Mr. Edward Kibiwot-Bor, please rise. Clap for him. Mr. William Mayaka. Madam Patricia Munai. Mr. Nicasio Karani Megwe. Mr. Dan Shemomino. Mr. Charles Obiero, representing the Cabinet Secretary for Education. Mr. Wesley Tor, representing Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury. The Vice Chancellor, who is Secretary to Council, according to the Universities Act 2012, Professor Wilson Kipngeno. So those are the men and women who are steering the University of Kabianga Courtesy Cabinet Secretary. They were appointed on March 10, 2017, for a term of 3 years. Please sit. The men and women I've mentioned are result-oriented. It has already been demonstrated in the few months that we've worked together. And I want to assure you that they are up to the task and ready to go. Together with this great team, I wish to restate our resolve and dedication to take the university to greater heights as stipulated in the Strategic Plan 2016-2020. Ladies and gentlemen, the growth in student enrollment at the university, which currently stands at over 8,000 students, has necessitated further development of facilities to support teaching and learning. In this regard, I wish to cite a few infrastructural developments going on at the university. We have started constructing an ultra-modern university library, which once complete will provide reading space for 5,000 users. In it, there will be computer and discussion rooms, a restaurant, and child-friendly space for young library users. Number 2, we have lecture theater phase 4, which is due for completion by the end of 2018. We also have phase 1 of the University Health Center, which is now complete and will cater for the needs of our students, staff, and the neighboring community. I'm sure you have all seen the new gate. The new gate to the university is almost complete and shall soon be commissioned. I have no doubt that it will change the image of the University of Kabianga when complete. I wish to sincerely thank the government of Kenya for providing the necessary resources to make these infrastructural projects possible. These facilities shall definitely change the landscape of the university and ease the pressure when allocating teaching and learning space. In tandem with these infrastructural developments, Mr. Chancellor, sir, Council appeals for more support in providing resources for the recruitment of the requisite manpower to enable the university deliver its core mandate of teaching, research, and extension. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate the government of Kenya for tammacking the Taplotin Premier Road. Please clap for government, and the governor is here, which had been a concern for all of us. This dream is now a reality, and we have all enjoyed traveling on it. Long live the government of Kenya, long live the people of Kenya. May God grant each one of us journey mercies as we travel back to various destinations, and I wish each one of us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2018. God bless us all, and I thank you all. And before I sit, I would like us to clap for the Chancellor, because since he was inaugurated as Chancellor of the University of Kabianga in 2013, he has conferred degrees to 5,567 students. Clap for him. That is no mean achievement. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, for the work you've done. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, at this juncture, allow me to call our governor of Kericho County to make just a few remarks before we go to the program. You can use that one. Honorable Dr. Chepkwony, Professor Chepkwony.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mine will be very brief. I have come here to do three things.
Number one, to congratulate you, the graduating class of 2017. My sincere congratulations. I've been through this path, and I want to say without fear of contradiction that it's not easy. And therefore, those of you who've graduated, I know you've burnt the midnight oil so that today you are seated here celebrating your success. Second, I've come to make a commitment on my behalf and the county government of Kericho that all the time we shall stand with Kabianga University. I just want to inform you very briefly, as part of my commitment, that wherever I go all over the world, I shall market University of Kabianga. And even as we roll out development projects in Kericho County, University of Kabianga, it is at the center stage of our planning. As you remember, we've been awarding bursaries, and University of Kabianga has been taking the bulk of that allocation to all our university students from Kericho County. I want to report here that this financial year, we put aside 119 million as bursary, and I expect that University of Kabianga will get not less than 5 million Kenya shillings. You know, I'm part of you. Do you know that? Once upon a time, I was a chemistry teacher here, and that's why today I missed this environment, and that's why I desired also to be groomed in this manner. The chairman of the Student Council has mentioned streetlights. If you read the Constitution Schedule 4, electricity reticulation is a function of the county government. So as you walk at night, and as you look at very beautiful streetlights at night, the person paying for that electricity bill is the county government of Kericho. So the commitment I came to make here is that at no time shall those streetlights be turned off because we failed to pay our bills. The one dream, and I want to assure you that this has started, is the dream to have water, clean water, to University of Kabianga within the next few months. Kewasco is being extended all the way here, and I want to confirm to you that the contractor has already been awarded. It's a mega project worth 1.7 billion Kenya shillings, and this will extend Kewasco from the Mao Forest all the way to University of Kabianga. So please bear with us, but this is part of our strategic plan to provide water to the widest segment of our society. Number three, what I came to do here, I came to see what you are doing as University Council in terms of development of this university. And I want to say again here, without fear of contradiction, that yes, I can confirm that Kabianga is developing at a supersonic speed. This tells us that University Council and the entire management of University of Kabianga are working. They are implementing projects. This university was mooted a few years ago, but it is bigger than most universities that started earlier than this university. Congratulations, Council. Then finally, and borrowing from the title of the choral verse, Hatutaki ukabila Kenya yetu. This is very important, especially at this time, having come out of an election. I want to preach the message of peace. That beginning with this university, and this university being the face of Kenya, may we live in peace and harmony. May there be no tribalism right here. May there be no tribalism in Kenya. Having sworn in, having declared the winner of this year's presidential candidate, of this year's election, and the president will be sworn in on Tuesday, I want to say it's now time to go back to work, and we work as Kenyans, loving each other wherever we are. And finally, as part of internationalizing Kericho, we are building Karenga International Airport, which means very soon you will be flying to any destination of the world from Kericho County. Thank you, and God bless you.
So, thank you so much, Governor, for that very inspiring speech and with a lot of promises for the University of Kabianga. May I invite the Vice Chancellor to come forward and invite the Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to call upon the representative of the CS, our CS, to make some remarks, and then invite you to give us your address. Thank you very much.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Just greet your friend and congratulate your friend, graduating or not. Just congratulate your friend with a message of peace, as the governor said. Okay, thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity Okay, congratulations. I want to take this opportunity yes, sir, to send an apology of Dr. Fred Matiang'i, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, and secondly, apology of Professor Colette Soda, Principal Secretary, University Education. They would have wished to be with us here, but due to some unavoidable circumstances and by extension of officialment, they could not be able to be with us. So what I'll do is to read a speech by our Cabinet Secretary. Okay, Chancellor of the University of Kabianga, Professor Richard Musangi, Chairman of Council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, Chairman of Councils of other universities present, members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor of University of Kabianga, Professor Wilson Kipngeno, Vice Chancellors present, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Principals of University Constituent Colleges, our Governor of Kericho County, Senator, Kericho County, Members of Parliament, representative of the Nursing Council of Kenya, representative of the Clinical Officers Council of Kenya, We have our learned friend, Engineer Kosgei, members of the University Management Board, members of the County Assembly present, staff, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning again. Good morning again. Good morning again. Okay, I'm delighted to join you today during this 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. May I take this opportunity from the onset to congratulate the council, the university management, staff, parents, and graduates of 2017 for the sublime effort that has enabled us to congregate here today. Congratulations. I note with satisfaction that the university is graduating 1687 students from various disciplines. This is the critical manpower that the nation needs if it has to compete favorably in a dynamic world, as well as to realize the nation's target as documented in Kenya's Vision 2030. Mr. Chancellor, sir, today marks a new journey that is quite different from the 4 years the graduates have been at the University of Kabianga. The communities you come from and the nation at large is looking forward to what you can offer in terms of skills and expertise that you have learned. As you go out to seek for work, these are very worthwhile attributes that employers will be looking for. Always endeavor to stay positive and show prospective employers the willingness to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to restate my ministry's determination to provide the necessary resources to make our universities attain world-class status. You will note that the government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Education, has initiated various infrastructural developments in institutions of higher learning, including University of Kabianga. These infrastructural developments are a proof of the government's commitment to provide facilities so as to ensure quality teaching, research, and extension. I wish to urge the university to partner with industry as well as private sectors as a way of constructing more facilities such as lecture halls, laboratories, hostels, as well as sports facilities as a way of augmenting the government's efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, my ministry has embarked on major reforms in the education sector. Cases of examination malpractices that had bedeviled our education system have been dealt with decisively. I note that these reforms are in their embryonic stages and require a multi-sectoral approach for their sustainability. Therefore, I call upon all stakeholders, and more specifically, all institutions of higher learning, to work closely with the ministry to implement and embrace these reforms. I call upon all stakeholders, and more specifically, all institutions of higher learning, to work closely with the ministry to implement and enhance these reforms. I call upon all stakeholders, and more specifically, all institutions of higher learning, to work closely with the ministry to implement and enhance these reforms. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this year marks the entry to universities. Yes, sir. This year marks the entry to university of the first cohort of first-year students who have been subjected to regulations under these reforms. These students have been carefully guarded against the vices of cartels who have been associated with examination malpractices. I want to reassure you that these students are a true reflection of their achievements. Hence, the best that the ministry has presented to you. However, the fight against examination malpractices and other vices does not end with high school. Institutions of higher learning must also instill in our youth the virtues of honesty, discipline, and hard work for success. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the speech. Can you congratulate yourselves with a hearty clap? Thank you very much. At this stage, I want to take this opportunity to welcome our Chancellor, Professor Musangi. Can we stand up to welcome the Chancellor? 1, 2, 3. Again, 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 again. Thank you very much. Welcome.
The Cabinet Secretary in charge of Education, Dr. Matiang, Chairman of Council, Dr. Florence Nyamu, Vice Chancellor, Professor Wilson Kipungeno, members of University Council, chairmen and members of Vice Chancellors or principals of other and of colleges, the Governor of Kericho, Professor Paul Chepkwony, and congratulations for your re-election. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to join you in celebrating this momentous occasion, which is the 5th graduation ceremony of the University of Kabianga. I take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates and their hard work and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, today's function would not have been possible without the immense contribution made by the University Council, management and staff, and the students of this university. To all of you, I wish to pay tribute to the hard work of creating an enabling environment for this occasion. I wish also to note that we celebrate the 5th graduation ceremony with the new council. I take this opportunity once again to welcome them to the University of Kabianga family and urge them to continue the good work they are doing. To the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, today marks beginning of a new life with new experiences, challenges, and opportunities. Your success out there will be determined by your ability to adjust to a new environment. I urge you to take this advantage of the vast opportunities that are within this university and our country. In this regard, ladies and gentlemen, I'm certain that graduates we are releasing to the labor market today have received the high quality of training that will enable them perform their roles for the betterment of humanity. I wish to thank the government of Kenya through the Ministry of Education for its invaluable support the university, which has enabled the institution to develop the necessary infrastructure to support teaching, research, and teaching. It is also observable that there's a lot of work which is going on. I would like to appeal the increased funding to ensure projects are completed on time. It is also important at this juncture to thank the government for doing the 2 roads, as the Chairman of Council has mentioned. I would like to thank most sincerely the Deputy President for heeding our earnest request 4 years ago to have these roads duelled. Furthermore, I'm reliably informed that Kura is also looking at roads within the campus. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I urge the University Management, Senate, and the Council to remain dynamic in addressing academic and management issues. On the academic side, the issue of climate change is a real one. Climate change per se is an accelerant of local and global tensions as it causes water and food shortages. This may be the time to have a compulsory course introduced in this university which deals with the effects of climate change. Attendant to issues inherent in climate change, such as food security, health, and trade, are already clear to us. Our graduates must be aware of these issues and as they enter into the global market. On the management side, there are challenges related to funding, research, learning, and staff development. Innovations are indeed needed, for example, in diversifying income and prudent management of these incomes in order to maintain high quality academic programs within our institution. The chancellors of public universities have recently listed fundraising as one of their major goals or responsibilities. As I conclude, I would also like to once again to thank the University Council, management, staff, and students for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, this being the last major function of the university in this calendar, I would like to wish all of you Merry Christmas and indeed happy and prosperous New Year. Once again, congratulations to our graduates and may God bless you. Thank you.
Working. Thank you, Chancellor, for that speech, always full of wise words of wisdom. Can we give a round of applause to our Chancellor, please? Before we get into the next part of the program, may I invite the university choir to come forward and give us one item. The university choir, please come forward. Please do it quick. University choir, hasten your steps, please. As they arrange themselves, the choir master, please can you introduce the song that you're going to give us?
Our Chancellor, sir, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, we are bringing you an item entitled Tunasherehekea. Karibuni. tunajivunia sote uhai tulionao, tunafurahia, tunasherehekea. Mungu Baba, bariki chuo chetu Kabianga, utuzidishie hekima na maarifa. Tunajivunia sote uhai tulionao, tunafurahia, tunasherehekea. Mungu Baba, bariki chuo chetu Kabianga, utuzidishie heshima na maarifa. Tunasherehekea kufuzu masomoni. Mwaka kweli ni mwaka wa baraka, mwaka wa 5 tangu kuwafilia. Asante sana Baba Mungu Mwenyezi kwa kutufikisha leo, tunasherehekea. Asante Baba, asante sana Baba Mungu Mwenyezi kwa kutufikisha leo, tunasherehekea. Chancellor wetu tunakupongeza, uongozi bora chuo chetu cha Kabianga. ABC wetu tunakupongeza kwa kazi nzuri unayoifanya. Mawaziri wetu kwa kazi nzuri, mahafala wetu get away. Chancellor wetu tunakupongeza kwa uongozi bora. ABC wetu kwa kazi nzuri tunakupongeza kwa kazi nzuri, wafala wote kukwera we. Chancellor wetu uongozi bora. Cheza, cheza,
You okay? You okay? You okay? Are you okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? Are you okay? You okay? Are you okay? You okay? Are you okay? Wapi nduru Kabianga? Siski nduru Kabianga Invocation. Twende kazi. You okay? Are you okay? You okay? Turuke. Turuke mnafurahia. Nisikia. Graduate. Twende kazi. Wapi nduru wewe? Hey. Matenya waski. You okay? You okay? You okay? Are you okay? You okay? Come. Lazima. Chancellor kuone. Twende, ruku, twende. Wapi nduru ya graduate wewe? Wapi nduru? Okay. Are you okay? You okay? Are you okay? You okay? Are you okay? Lazima tusherekee siku ya graduate. Thank you. Class 2016-2017. Twende. You okay? Are you okay? Ruka tu pole tu. Twende tu. Wapi nduru yake? Wapi nduru? You okay? Okay. You okay? Are you okay? Woo! Twende, twende, pole pole tu. Nakuona. You okay? Innovation for excellence. We thank our graduates 2016-2017. We thank our parents for paying fees in the 4-year course. Wapinduru! Asanteni sana.
Thank you, choir. A round of applause for them. A befitting song for the celebrations of this occasion. Mr. Chancellor, sir. Now I'd like to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Finance, to lead us in the next part of the program. Professor Koech.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I now invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Planning, Research and Development, Professor Marion Mutugi, to present a candidate for the Research Recognition Award in the 2016-2017 academic year.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, Professor Richard Musangi, the Chair of Council, Dr. Florence Nyamo, other chairs of councils, council members of the University of Kabianga, the Governor of Kericho County, Honorable Professor Chepkwony, the Vice Chancellor, University of Kabianga, Professor Wilson Kimkeno, other Vice Chancellors present, fellow DVCs, members of the UOK Management Board, lecturers and staff, distinguished graduates, parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mr. Chancellor, sir, in recognition of the core mandate of a university that is teaching, research, and extension, the University of Kabianga encourages a culture of research awards by giving the Outstanding Research Award at every graduation to a staff member whose exemplary research has been recognized. The criteria for selection, Mr. Chancellor, sir, is based on the number of publications, their citations, hits, and the impact factor of the journals. After a rigorous selection process, Mr. Chancellor, sir, we have a Researcher of the Year Award 2017. The recipient of the award, Mr. Chancellor, sir, was born in the present-day Siaya County and attended Lunga Primary School and then Ukwala Boys High School. He thereafter proceeded to the Maseno University, where he obtained a Bachelor of Education degree and got a first-class honors in mathematics major. He then later got a Master of Science degree in pure mathematics in 2005, and in the following year, he enrolled in the same university for his doctorate studies, where he was awarded a PhD in pure mathematics in the year 2009. In his graduate studies, Mr. Chancellor, sir, he specialized in algebra. In 2011, he undertook his postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Stellenbosch in South Africa on a DAAD scholarship and carried out research on automorphisms and finite groups of completely primary finite rings. His research interest mainly is in the area of the structural theory of rings. Mr. Chancellor, sir, this research area has an importance in epidemiology, where, unlike compartmental modeling, which assumes that transmission of infectious disease is classical, this approach uses relationships between elements of rings, taking into consideration the reality that the populations are heterogeneous. In this way, his research has an implication on communicable diseases and contributes to formulation of timely targeted interventions for controlling of these diseases. This recipient, Mr. Chancellor, sir, is a career educator, and a researcher, and has largely worked in 2 universities in various capacities. He started his career as a tutorial fellow in Maseno University in the year 2006 and attained the position of lecturer in 2009. After 3 years, he was employed at the University of Kabianga as a senior lecturer in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, for which he was appointed head in the year 2013. Due to his achievements in research and curriculum development as well as delivery, he was appointed the Dean, School of Mathematics and Computer Science, for which he was appointed in the year 2014. In the year 2017, this year in June, he was promoted to the position of Associate Professor. Mr. Chancellor, sir, during the year of 2016-2017 academic year, it is our pleasure to present the Researcher of the Year, Professor Maurice Owino Oduor. Professor Oduor has published a total of 26 papers in refereed journals and presented 18 papers in conferences. He has attended workshops in 8 different countries and supervised 5 PhD candidates and 9 master's candidates. In addition to teaching and supervision, he has various interests in the public sector. For his doctoral and postgraduate research, I now call upon you, Mr. Chancellor, sir, to present the following to Professor Oduor: a plaque, a commendation letter, and a cash award. Shall we give a clap to Professor Oduor? Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now our pleasure to ask you to present a plaque of the Researcher of the Year Award to Professor Maurice Owino Oduor.
In here, there is a clock, which means you keep time. In here, you look at yourself, but after looking at this one, you also look outside because there's something beyond a looking glass. And congratulations for outstanding research. Thank you very much. University of Kabianga is happy to have you. Thank you.
We now call upon you to present a commendation letter and a cash award.
I don't know what is inside there, but but something small to recognize your very, very high achievement in terms of research and teaching. You know, in the area of mathematics, even a thesis can be only 3 pages because they are not actually people who are fond of tautology, they are fond of letters, etc. Just like in algebra, which was also a school subject for some of us, you have done extremely well, and congratulations. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We ask Professor Oduor to give his receiving speech.
He talked about rings, but I'm sure Professor Chepkwony, His Excellency the Governor, also talks of rings. Other rings, there could be benzene rings, and others. So congratulations, you hope you work together.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the chair of the University of Kabianga Council, and the council members, the Vice Chancellor, University of Kabianga, the Governor, Kericho County, and all protocol observed. I'm humbled today to receive this award. It is indeed a game changer in my research life, and it's coming at a time when mathematics is matriculating from theory to real-life applications. It is indeed a great honor as I stand here today, having achieved this award after a long struggle in research. So I'm adding this to the list of awards that I've received before. And I want to promise the whole world that my research life will continue to blossom to greater heights. Thank you very much. I congratulate all the graduates. I congratulate the University of Kabianga for the wonderful work, and I want to ask God to bless the University of Kabianga. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, and congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my duty and honor to get into the next part of the solemn part of this program. And may I now invite the deans of schools to present the graduates for conferment of degrees and awards of diplomas in the following order. School of Agriculture and Biotechnology, School of Arts and Social Sciences, School of Business and Economics, School of Education, School of Natural Resources and Environmental Management, and last but not least, School of Science and Technology. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the 2016-2017 academic year, the following one candidate satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Agriculture and Biotechnology and the University Senate for the conferment of the following master's degree of the University of Kabianga: Masters of Science in Agricultural Economics and Resource Management, Marketing Option, Okal Jacob.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following one candidate satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Arts and Social Sciences and the University Senate for the conferment of the following master's degree of the University of Kabianga: Master of Arts in Kiswahili, Machani Jen.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following 11 candidates satisfied the School Board of Examiners of School of Business and Economics and the University Senate for the conferment of the following master's degree of the University of Kabianga: Master of Business Administration, Accounting, Korir Philemon Kibrono, Mutai Eliud Yebos, Ngeno Robert, Sanga Gilbert. Master of Business Administration, Finance, Koske Bernard Kipkorir, Koske Rijat, Ruto Caroline Chemutai. Master of Business Administration, Procurement and Logistics, Laboso Jonah Kibet. Executive Master of Business Administration, Strategic Management, Chepkorir Evelyn, Koske Stanley. Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Management, Marketing Management, Langat Willie.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following 6 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Education and the University Senate for the conferment of the following master's degrees of the University of Kabianga: Master of Education in Educational Administration,
Chirchir Joyce Chelangat, Koech Moses, Koech Sally Cherono. Master of Education in Early Childhood and Primary Education, Kerich Judy Lagat Grace. Master of Education in Educational Psychology, Maritim Edwin K.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the 2016-2017 academic year, the following 3 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Natural Resource and Environmental Management and the University Senate for the conferment of the following master's degrees of the University of Kabianga: Master of Environmental Studies, Environmental Planning and Management, Olo Rachel Adhiambo, Onyimbo Lois Bikeri. Master of Science in Forestry, Tropical Forest Biology and Silviculture, Musimi Francis Kasura.
For which they have been educated, trained, examined, and qualified, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to these degrees. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the 2016-2017 academic year, the following 161 candidates certified the Board of Examiners of the School of Agriculture and Biotechnology and the University Senate for the conferment of the following undergraduate degrees of the University of Kabianga: Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Economics and Resource Management, First Class Honors, Okeo Joash Odhiambo. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Amkono, Awor, Ayaga, Barsemoi, Bungei, Chebiwot, Chepkirui, Chepkoech, Cherobon, Dafu, Kishuki, Jepkorir, Jeruto, Kamau, Karinja, Kariuki, Kemboi Noah, Kemboi Sharon, Kemei, Kibet, Kingori, Kinywa, Kipchumba, Kipkoech, Kipkirui, Kiplagat, Kipngeno, Kipiego, Kirwa, Langat Josephat, Langat Lucas, Lelei, Limo, Maina E. Kihara, Maina Edward Gitau, Mugwiria, Mulongo, Mutai, Mutinda, Mutiso, Mwai, Mwandiki, Mwendwa, Ng'ang'a, Njane, Njoroge, Nkadha, Nyakwara, Ochieng, Ogeto, Omolo, Omondi, Otika, Otio, Ouma, Rogoni, Riotich, Tarus, Tenai, Tumbani, Waidhanje, Wambugu, Wamboi, Wandera, Yego. Second Class Honors, Lower Division, Chepleting, Cherono, Cherotich, Cheriot Robert, Cheriot Victor, Kamau, Kandagor, Kipchirchir, Kiplangat, Kiprotich, Kirui, Koech, Maio, Makena, Ndungu, Nyamwaya, Tarus. Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Extension Education, First Class Honors, Omoro George Otieno. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Adhiambo, Bosire, Cherop, Kangahi, Kipkoech, Kirandi, Kitaka, Kidheka, Kalundu, Ndege, Obai, Obala, Ogutu, Okumu, Omondi, Simiu, Yegon. Second class honors lower division, Chelangat, Kindiga, Kipto, Kogo, Manyala, Sigei. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, second class honors upper division, Bargoyet, Kimchasi, Kipiegon, Koech, Korir, Luchina, Muasia, Mchele, Mutisia, Njoroge, Nyangaresi, Ogola, Omweri, Opio, Pili, Rua, Silingi, Webuye. Second class honors lower division, Akinyi, Bonga, Chege, Chepkoech, Cheruiyot, Chumba, Karimi, Kipchirchir, Leting, Matini, Mudhui, Mutie, Mutua, Omondi, Rono, Wairimu, Wanjala. Bachelor of Science in Horticulture, second class honors upper division, Enonda, Koech, Kosiom, Maina Agnes, Maina Isaac, Midigo, Rono. Second class honors lower division, Adida, Chepkurui, Kamau, Kamondi, Kebenei, Murigi, Nyongesa, Otieno, Sitienei, Wangari, Wangila. Bachelor of Science, Horticultural Science and Management. Second class honors, lower division, Kiprotich. Please be seated until the Chancellor confers on you the respective degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following 56 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Arts and Social Sciences and the University Senate for the conferment of the following undergraduate degrees of the University of Kabianga. Bachelor of Science in Communication and Public Relations, first class honors, Muvea Emma Musangi, Oyondi Algin Andala. Second class honors, upper division, Adhiambo, Agunda, Agwata, Chenane, David, Fedha, Gachomo, Gikunda, Karuma, Lemorogo, Lukorito, Masita, Mayu, Muridhi, Ndole, Nduva, Obwana, Olo, Onkoba, Rono Hezron, Rono Sara, Shile, Wachera, Wambulwa, Wangila. Second class honors lower division, Muge, Wafula. Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration, second class honors upper division, Birgen, Chepkole, Kazungu, Kinuthia, Maganga, Maraitei, Mohamed, Muindi, Mukiu, Musioka, Mutahi, Mudhoni, Mutua, Ndirangu, Njoroge, Ndhiga, Nyairo, Ogembo, Okumu, Omolo, Rono, Rotich, Ruto, Rwagi, Timayo. Second class honors lower division, Kirui, Tiren. Please be seated until the Chancellor confers on you the respective degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following 379 candidates satisfied the School Board of Examiners, School of Business and Economics. In School of Business and Economics, and the University Senate for the conferment of the following undergraduate degrees of University of Kabianga. Bachelor of Arts, Economics. Second class honors of a division. Angano, Oyodo, Bet, Blanche, Cherop, Chirchir, Efumbi, Osaboge, Itunga, Chelimo, Kanyi, Kanyangu, Kerubo, Kimayo, Kimatia, Kinoti, Kinyanjui, Kibrono, Brotich, Koech, Kuria, Langat, Lelmengit, Maina, Mayu, Mohammed, Mungai, Murimi, Muthusi, Mutuma, Mwangi Caroline, Mwangi Samuel, Mwaringa, Naibei, Nanjala, Navie, Ngatia, Ngetich, Girote, Okeo, Okonda, Opembe, Otieno Alphonse, Otieno Daniel, Rukendo, Taitumu, Thika, Ture, Wanaina, Wangui, Wanjiru, Weshiko. Second class honors law division, Akelo, Chelangat, Chepkurui, Katimu, Ithali, Jepto, Kipto, Langat, Momanyi, Muchiri, Mwenjera, Ngondo, Sengera, Situma. Bachelor of Business Management Accounting, first class honors, Keter Bernard Kipkirui. Second class honors, Abba Division, Amimo, Bet, Chemngeno, Avia, Kemboy, Koech, Kogei, Korir, Koskei, Limo, Mapondo, Masai, Masila, Murige, Mutai, Mwende, Ngeno, Obwaya, Olila, Ruto, Serem. Second class honors lower division, Chemngeno, Kiprotich, Kibiegon, Koech, Makomere. Pass. Bet, Bachelor of Business Management, Business Information Systems. Second class honors of a division, B, Chepkemoy, Koech, Odhiambo. Second class honors lower division, Cherotich, Rotich, Sang. First, Bachelor of Business Management, Finance and Banking option, first class honors, Bundi David Kamenju, Chebet Gladys, Kibet Litia Jepchumba. Second class honors of a division, Hadem, Bozire, Chelangat, Chepkoech, Chepkorir, Chepkwony, Cheruyot Gilbert, Cheruyot Patrick, Irungu, Karanja, Kibaba, Kibor, Kiyoko, Kiplangat, Kibiegon, Koros, Langat, Moraba, Mumo, Mutai, Mwangangi, Mwangi, Mwendwa, Nganga, Ngetich, Nabwari, Ochola, Okonyo, Ongaro, Opio, Rotich, Ruto, Sawe, Shibeka, Sigei, Teddy, To. Second class honors lower division, Boit, Chemutai, Chepkurui, Chepkoech, Chemngetich, Cherono Abigail, Cherono Caroline, Cherotich, Vitel, Kabingu, Kibet, Kirui, Langat, Mahangi, Maina, Makale, Makumba, Mugo, Muli, Dirangu, Ngeno, Jerry, Ngonge, Odhiambo, Omondi, Osere, Rono, Rob, Salim, Sande, Serem. Pass, Kibrotich. Bachelor of Business Management, Human Resource Management, first class honors, Kibrob Judy J, Kogo Chelagat. Second class honors of a division, Biomdo, Chebet, Cherotich, Kilel. Second class honors lower division, Chepkoech, Misik, Rob. Bachelor of Business Management, Marketing Management. Second class honors of a division, Bet, B, Rotich. Second class honors lower division, Chepkirui, Keter, Kibrob, Rotich. Bachelor of Business Management, Purchasing and Supplies Management. Second class honors of a division, Adams, Ayuma, Bet, Chepkemoy, Chepkwony Chofri, Chepkwony Helen, Chirchir, Kiblagat, Kibrono, Korir, Koros, Koskei, Mitei, Mutai, Odiwori, Omolo, Omwarika, Wanga. Second class honors lower division, Chelangat, Chepkorir, Chepkwony, Kausi, Kemboy, Kipkorir, Kiblangat, Kimngeno, Ngetich, Kitana, Korir, Langat, Matutu, Ngeno, Ngetich, Guria, Nyawira, Nyongesa, Ominde, Rotich, Seronei. Bachelor of Business Management, Risk and Insurance Management, second class honors of a division, Karanja, Langat, Matheka, Shia, Maniki, Sang. Second class honors lower division, Kiblangat, Koech, Jeri. Bachelor of Hotels and Hospitality Management, second class honors of a division, Afondo, Akinyi, Mando, Bor, Jepkelio, Jepkemoy, Kathuru, Kitaga, Kithinji, Kariuki, Kavehagi, Kinywa Flora, Kinywa Morin, Koech, Kuto, Macharia, Bigura, Meli, Mogere, Mukoya, Mururi, Mukami, Mwangi, Dubui, Juguna, Nshoka, Opio, Owino. Second class honors lower division, Akoth, Alumela, Anyango, Chebet, Kigonyo, Kiptem, Masai, Mbui, Guki, Joki, Nyawira, Thiambo, Shoko, Pambui, Panyingi. Bachelor of Science, Human Resource Management, first class honors, Daki Wario, Kalia Caroline, Odhiambo Ropeto Omondi. Second class honors of a division, Ayeka Bet, B, Chelangat, Chepkorir, Chesang, Weton, Ireri, Joseph, Kaleha, Kabana, Kiema, Kinyanjui, Kadeka, Korir, Lorot, Lutukol, Maina, Mangi, Mambo, Matwek, Mbungo, Buthia, Mwema, Mweni, Mugesa, Mukwe, Mukoma, Mulimi, Mudhenya, Utuku, Masia, Dili, Dungu, Ngari, Guki, Nyamboka, Odochi, Ogoth, Omondi, Rotich, Smith, To, Wainaina, Wairimu, Amalwa, Wanjiru Emily, Wanjiru Kariuki, Wanjiru Masi, Wanyerai, Sakia. Second class honors lower division, Chelangat, Kashoka, Catherine, Muigai, Ngetich, Nshoka, Tarus, Wanjiru. Bachelor of Tourism Management, second class honors of a division, Acheng, Mbale, Chameli, Chepkorir, Ichura, Ikajoi, Chepotip, Kamanga, Kilonso, Kinywa, Kiprotich, Kirimi, Mairori, Maluki, Mbaya, Muithi, Murungami, Musindi, Mwasambo, Ndeto, Gatia, Aluma, Oyengo, Wambui, Wangui, Wanjiru, Wanjiku. Second class honors lower division, Ayodi, Kichuki, Hiru, Kuliko, Koech, Buthu, Muli, Mumo, Olo, Yegon. Please be seated until the Chancellor confers on you the respective degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in 2016-2017 academic year, the following 469 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Education and the University Senate for the conferment of the following undergraduate degrees of the University of Kabianga. Bachelor of Education Arts, First Class Honors, Chemtai Rose. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Abuga, Adola, Adolwa, Areso, Arunga, Atodonyang, Auko, Bet Hillary, Bet Josephat, Bet Leonard, Buire, Chahira, Chebet Betty, Chebet Maureen, Chebet Mercy, Chebet Rose, Chebwogen, Chelangat Karen, Chelangat Daisy, Chelangat Emmy, Chelangat Gladys, Chelangat Judith, Chelangat Lillian, Chelangat Purity, Chelangat Rispa, Chelangat Wilta, Chemoigut, Chemutai Rose, Chemutai Nancy, Chemutai Winnie, Chepkemoi Debska, Chepkemoi Devina, Chepkemoi Joylin, Chepkemoi Stella, Chepkirui Caroline, Chepkirui Judith, Chepkoech Jacqueline, Chepkoech Joylin, Chepkoech Naomi, Chepkoech Vicky, Chepkoril Karen, Chepkoril Delvin, Chepkoril Margaret, Chepkoril Vivian, Chepkwon Alfred, Chepkemoi, Chepngeno, Chepngetich Beatrice, Chepngetich Jessica, Chepngetich Lillian, Chepngetich Sheila, Chepwogen, Cherono Judith, Cherono Nancy, Cherono Vivian, Cherotich Dekla, Cherotich Mercy, Cherotich Naomi, Cherotich Stella, Cherotich Stella, Cheroyot Kiplangat, Cheroyot Patrick, Cheroyot Vincent, Cheroyot Weldon, Cheruto, Cheserem, Chirichir, Emathe, Isoe, Cherotich, Kangogo, Kanyaru, Karioki, Kerubo Irene, Kerubo Masi, Keter, Kamala, Kibet, Kibichi, Kigen, Kipchirchirchir, Kipkemoi, Kiplagat, Kiplangat, Kiprotich, Kipto, Kiriga, Kirui Mika, Kirui Nicholas, Kirui Prudence, Koril, Kosgei Kibiegon, Kosgei Leonard, Koskei, Kwambai, Langat Bernard, Langat Chepchirchir, Langat Cornelius, Langat Dennis, Langat Kelvin, Langat Kipto, Langat Robert, Langat Victor, Lawrence, Lundu, Luvaga, Machoka, Makoha, Makwabe, Mataya, Maywa, Mboya, Mbua, Metet, Mibei, Michoki, Moi, Mukaya, Munari, Muranga Dennis, Muranga Obed, Msioka, Musioki, Mwanzia, Mwathi, Namalwa, Ndiema, Ndungu, Njuguna, Nyagaya, Nyambaria, Olango, Omete, Omondi, Omwange, Ongwae, Onyango, Opio, Oranga, Otieno Alison, Otieno Harriet, Otonde, Oundo, Owor Dennis, Owor Winnie, Oyo, Rono Amos, Rono Bernard, Rono Japheth, Rono Kipkirui, Rotich Dennis, Rotich Kipkemoi, Ruto, Sagero, Sikolia, Talam, Tarus, Tonui, Tuwei, Walimbwa, Wambui, Wasike, Were, Yator, Yegon Evans, Yegon Robert, Yegon Silas, Yegon Weldon. Second class honors lower division, B. Bor, Chebet Betty, Chebet Brigid, Chebet Fancy, Chebet Joan, Chebet Joylin, Chebet Mercy, Chelangat Karen, Chelangat Gladys, Chelangat Judy, Chelangat Rida, Chelangat Rhoda, Chemutai Faith, Chemutai Kirui, Chemutai Mercy, Chemutai Sharon, Chepchirchir, Chepkemoi Faith, Chepkemoi Frida, Chepkemoi Josephine, Chepkemoi Joyce, Chepkemoi Mercy, Chepkemoi Mercy, Chepkemoi Otrian, Chepkemoi Stella, Chepkirui Jacqueline, Chepkirui Sharon, Chepkirui Anita, Chepkirui Betty, Chepkirui Deborah, Chepkirui Mercy, Chepkoech Gertrude, Chepkoech Vivian, Chepkoech Winnie, Chepkoril Abigail, Chepkoril Christine, Chepkoril Sheila, Chepkurui, Chepkwon Chepkirui, Chepkwon Vicky, Chepngeno Abigail, Chepngeno Emmy, Chepngeno Mercy, Chepngeno Karen, Chepngeno Volarine, Chepngetich Faith, Chepngetich Penaline, Chepto Beatrice, Chepto Karen, Chepwogen, Cherono Brenda, Cherono Joylin, Cherono Mercy, Cherono Nancy, Cherop, Cherotich Stella, Cherotich Jacqueline, Cherotich Mercy, Cheroyot Bernard, Cheroyot Bore, Cheroyot Elfis, Cheroyot Haman, Cheroyot Kirui, Cheruto, Chesang, Kaibiru, Karuga, Kasivwa, Kebenei, Kemboi, Keter, Kigen Dennis, Kigen Enoch, Kigen Roy, Kimutai, Kioko, Kipchirchir Hillary, Kipchirchir Jovan, Kipkoech Collins, Kipkoech Mike, Kipkoril, Kipkurui, Kiplangat, Kiprotich, Kipsang Benjamin, Kipsang David, Kiptum, Kirui, Koech, Koril Evans, Koril Kenneth, Koril Patrick, Koskei Florida, Koskei Henry, Koskei Maureen, Langat Enoch, Langat Kibet, Langat Kipngetich, Langat Vincent, Mabil, Mbugwa, Mugun, Mutai Weldon, Mutai Bernard, Mutai Enoch, Mutai Nixon, Mutai Robert, Ndirangu, Nganga, Ngetich, Njagi, Nyaga, Obonyo, Obuin, Ochieng, Ogero, Okonu, Omayo, Omwenga, Onyango, Opili, Oroko, Owithi, Rono Gilbert, Rono Kennedy, Rono Masi, Rono Weldon, Rotich, Siongok, Tuoi. Bachelor of Education Science, First Class Honors, Katum Kasioki P. Mutai Robert Kipkurui, Ndivo Madhuva. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Adek, Aluoch, Anduvate, Chebeth, Chamatian, Chepkirui, Cherono, Cherotich, Chemutai, Kabei, Kangor, Kathenya, Kemboi, Kibet Cynthia, Kibet Siras, Kigen Hillary, Kigen Kipkoech, Kihiga, Kiilu, Kilelo, Kilim, Kipkosgei, Kiprono, Kiprop, Kipruto, Kitili, Koech Edmond, Koech Ronald, Koril, Kosley, Koyumi, Langat, Muchanga, Munyendo, Mureithi, Musioka, Mutai, Mutuma, Mwangi, Beatrice, Mwangi Zakari, Mwirigi, Ngeno, Nguli, Njagi, Nyongesa, Okech, Omondi David, Omondi Nicholas, Omwamba, Ondieki Michael, Ondieki Robin, Ongweni, Ongaro, Oruru, Otoro, Ragira, Shakaimoi, Simbuku, Soita, Thumbi, Turgut, Tuwei, Wanjala, Wanyonyi. Second Class Honors Lower Division, Abraham, B. Biwot, Chebet, Chelangat Daisy, Chelangat Winnie, Chepkirui Diana, Chepkirui Vivian, Chepkoech, Chepkwon, Chepngeno, Cheruyot Matthew, Cheruyot Robert, Cheruyot Victor, Ginchore, Kasiti, Kemboi, Kiage, Kibet, Kimutai, Kipkirui, Kipkoech, Kirui Bernard, Kirui Evans, Kirui Hillary, Kirui Peter, Kirui Philemon, Kitur, Koech, Koril, Koril Charles, Koril Isaiah, Koskei, Kumbululu, Kwalia, Langat Michael, Langat Vincent, Letin, Macharia, Maswai, Mugambi Linus, Mugambi Timothy, Mutugi, Naitore, Ngeno Evans, Ngeno Weldon, Ngetich Evans, Ngetich Geoffrey, Ngetich Peter, Njebwe, Nyabuti, Pan, Rono Stephen, Rono Vincent, Rono Kipkirui, Rotich Abraham, Rotich Bernard, Ruto, Sang Kibet, Sang Gilbert, Sang Wilfred, Soimo, Terrell, Toleilinyang, Togut, Yego, Yegon. Pass, Yegon. Bachelor of Education with Guidance and Counseling. Second Class Honors Upper Division, Atieno, Dudi, Cheptarus, Kinadoso, Muronshia Obure. Second class honors lower division, Kipto Kones. Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood and Primary Education. Second class honors upper division, Akubu, Beth, Bungei, Chebet Caroline, Jebet Florence, Chepkemoi, Chepngeno, Cherono, Emuria, Hussein, Kaluga, Kipkech, Koech, Maina Naomi, Maina Paris, Maritim, Miyenda, Ngeno, Nyakwaka, Yusuf. Second class honors lower division, Chepngetich, Cherono, Keter, Langat, Msioki, Ruto. Please be seated until the Chancellor confers on you the respective degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, in the 2016-2017 academic year, the following 64 candidates satisfied the Board of Examiners of the School of Natural Resource and Environmental Management and the University Senate for the conferment of the following undergraduate degrees of the University of Kabianga: Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Environmental Conservation and Management. Second class honors, upper division, Ali, Koskei, Osinya, Felicia. Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Environmental Planning and Management. First class honors, Kimani Pauline Joki. Second class honors, upper division, Barasa, Gitingu, Kemboi, Kiprono, Lugunga, Monari, Mutula, Ogwang, Ondigi, Wangatia. Second class honors, lower division, Achoki, Atondola, Kipngetich, Mutai, Werunga. Bachelor of Science in Agroforestry and Rural Development. Second class honors, upper division, Chepkorir, Kabui, Mutua, Ochieng, Okoth. Second class honors, lower division, Amake, Barasa, Kamau, Kimenyi, Kingori, Ndenga, Nelima, Njoroge, Ojiambo, Omoyo, Otiato, Sambasi. Bachelor of Science in Forestry. Second class honors, upper division, Imo, Maloba, Ochieng, Odhiambo John, Oginga, Wanyama. Second class honors, lower division, Akwanger, Chemurgor, Chepleting, Erot, Kamau, Kanguha, Koech, Langat, Maio, Mau, Mweni, Muganda, Mwangi, Ndirangu, Odago, Odhiambo Francis, Odhiambo Joyce, Orori, Tirop, Wafula, Yegon. Please be seated until the Chancellor confers on you your respective degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I invite Professor Joseph Kangede, the chairman of the Clinical Officers Council, to administer the solemn promise to service. As he makes his way to the podium, may all the clinical medicine graduates rise to take the promise.
All the clinical medicine graduates, please stand up, raise your right hand, and go through the oath with me. I solemnly pledge, in the presence of Almighty God, my family, my teachers, my peers, and all those gathered here, to consecrate my life to the service to humanity. I shall practice my profession with conscience and dignity, and in accordance with clinical officers Training, Registration, and Licensing Act and the laws of Kenya. The health of my patients shall be my first consideration, and I will seek the counsel, particularly of senior colleagues, where indicated for the benefit of my patient. I shall be ethical and nothing but ethical. I shall respect secrets that have been confided in me, and I shall not make it private or public gossip. I shall maintain, by all means, in my power, the honor and noble traditions of my profession. My colleagues shall be my brothers and sisters. I shall seek to establish mutual and respectful working relations with other health professionals. I shall maintain the utmost respect for human life, and I shall maintain the highest standards of professional conduct. Okay. I shall maintain the highest standards of professional conduct, so help me God.
I shall maintain the highest standards of professional conduct. May the clinical medicine graduates sit. Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I now invite Ms. Pamela Achieng, a representative from the Nursing Council of Kenya, to administer the Nurses' Pledge.